entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. And the coverage passes an early test. They've got somebody there to knock it away, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Dak off the play fake. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. It's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
So 1st down from the 41. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, here's Lamar. Complete Derrick Henry. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he gets this forward to the 19. And goes to the hurry up here. Out of the gun, Henry. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
At the 9-yard line.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come. You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
4th down, here's Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Dave, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Into the hands of Pickett. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 8-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Prescott here from the gun. Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A handoff for Williams, running left. So some defensive initiative in that goal-to-go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Caught out wide. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal. Dak now from the gun. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys earn the chance to tie before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. And I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. They'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. We'll bring it into the red zone after a great turnover and return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort.
And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. George Pickens the touchdown.
For the extra point.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. On first down, Jackson hits his running back. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Going to the ground again on first. It's a Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do. And they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Throwing on first is Prescott. He throws a bullet to this wide open down the field, and he has it! And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 6. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Ali to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 45-yard line.
And you better choose wisely. That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Offense to the line fast. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Offense in the hurry up here.
17 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Jackson now on 3rd. And once again, they can't connect. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Back to throw it. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Cowboys will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
46. Yeah! 48. So we're going to 53. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Yeah!
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah! Here we go.
Now Dak to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Completed to his running back. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Williams. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Hey, kill!
3rd and long for him here. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach.
Of 17 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout.
First down, Baltimore.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. Drop this one down for Henry. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
Jackson sacked. A loss of 4 yards. It's second down and goal.
Lamar now from the gun. Vacates quickly left side. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Another run for Williams. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this gonna be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys up by 6. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. That's caught by Williams. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn good play. Great play.
And a power play up the gut results in 2 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
There we go. 26.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Ravens 23.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Ali to return it. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Baltimore, 1st down.
1st down. Here's Lamar. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? An